Hello. So, what is this? This is the Minions 5, Warriors of the Faith. If you were expecting a Doom video, I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean that there will be no more Doom videos, so you can just ignore this one and the following ones. First of all, why am I recording this? Lucid Tactics, one of the very well-known YouTubers who makes videos about the Minions 5 and also the Minions adjacent games. Sorry, I'm a bit tongue-tied, I still missing 2 teeth. So he organized a tournament, a Dreamer tournament for people who have not won a single multiplayer game yet. I'm one of such people. I have been playing the Minions since 2006 or 7, that was the Minions 3, but ever since I have not ever won a proper multiplayer game. I have 3 technical victories. One of them was a blitz against another person. One of them was a team game where I was carried heavily. I was completely useless. And one of them I won by default because everybody else went AI. So there was only one left. That doesn't count, and that was in the Minions 4. So despite having a lot of experience with the game, I'm having a lot of troubles with it. I'm not good at it. Despite that, I have made, I think, almost 30 mod nations, but they were balanced by other people. So, in this tournament, I hope I'll perform better than usual. So, we're going to play in the late age. That's usually what people call their least favorite age. I'm fine with that, but I would really prefer the early age, I like that one. And I will be playing Caelum. I have never played any version of Caelum. We have 3 banned nations. There was a ban phase and a draft phase. We decided to ban Lemuria and Rakha and Utgard. I don't know why Utgard got banned. I haven't heard anything about it being strong or anything like that. So anyway, Caelum. You have quite a unit lineup. And we have 3 different types of Kalyans. And as you can see, most of them are flying. And that's great. First we have Spirehorn Militia. They have like or sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Like all Spirehorn militias and all other Spirehorn Kalyans, they have cold and shock resistance, just a little bit. They have magic weapons, that's nice. Their hit points and strength are on par with humans. They have higher precision and they have higher magic resistance. Also, all Kalyans are size 3, while humans are size 2. So our attack density will be lower. That's not good. But anyway, there's also a Raptorian Militia. Lower magic resistance, higher HP, no magic weapon and no elemental resistances. You'll probably never be using militias, maybe just to absorb some heavy cavalry charges or other lance hits. Then we have Aeria Light Infantry and Aeria Infantry. They have magic weapons and ice armor. So they have cold resistance, even higher magic resistance, lower HP, lower strength. Some normal stats. And they have ice protection, which means that they get more protection in cold provinces and less protection in hot provinces. This will be relevant, but I'll probably never use them. I'll explain why later. Normal infantry also has caps and has ice blades instead of spears. Then we have Raptorian warriors. They have light lances, and that's great, because lances get a bonus for the first strike. And we will be using them a lot. They have some armor, so they might survive a hit or two. They will be probably charging the front rows and drawing attention and disrupting formation. We also have Raptorian warriors that are slightly more armored. Raptorian warriors with broadswords. They do not have a lance attack, no charge bonus, so I'll probably not use them. And then we have Spirehorn archers. I will not be using them because, you know, I'll probably kill more of my troops with archers. And we have Spirehorn warriors. They can fly in storms, and that's good. This will be relevant later in the game. They have ice lances, so they are magic and they have a charge bonus. I'll be using them a lot, probably to attack the rear. So, mages, commanders, archers. They don't have much armor, but they should be fine. Then we have the Iron Crow. They have good stats. See, attack skill 12, defense skill 14. This is great. Maybe I'll be using them later in the game when I have some mass buffs to increase their strength and damage potential. Then we have the Storm Guards. They can fly in storms, they have ice armor, ice lances. They have a quite high resource cost. But they also have ice protection too. So in cold 3 provinces they will be getting 6 extra protection, but in heat 3 they will be 6 less protection. So very situational for me. I'll explain why later. Then there's a capital exclusive ice clads. They're even more heavily armored. 40 resources. I will not be using them. Then you have the Raven Guard. They have 2 weapons, short swords and daggers. They are ambidextrous, as you can see. Some armor, decent skills, decent morale, and an affordable resource cost. I'm not sure. I will probably not use them for expansion, but later in the game I'll probably use them as raiding parties. So they are stealthy, and there's a stealthy commander, so I might sneak up on some provinces and take them freely. And even later in the game, when some buffs are available, the lack of shields might not be that harmful to them. They'll be blending people. Then we have 2. By the way, they are not cap only, you can recruit them in any fort. Then we have our capital exclusives, Sacred Archers and Sacred Crossbowmen. I'll never be using them. They're expensive, have high resource cost, I'm not really taking any bless, and they can't fly. And they'll probably kill more of my troops. Why would I use them? They have Mammoths. Mammoths are expensive, but they can trample. And they have a lot of hit points. So I'll probably recruit like 3 or 4 of them to form an expansion party early on to take on provinces that will be difficult for my Kalyans. So heavy cavalries and something like that. And eventually the Mammoths will die to attrition, and I won't be needing to pay their upkeep cost. Commanders. We have an area scout, just a scout, but a flying scout, so it's not just a scout. We have a Raven Lord. He is stealthy, he has ambidextrous, but he wields only one weapon, I guess, if you want to kit him out with some magic items, but why would you? It's just a flavor thing. He has leadership 40. And our main commander is leadership 80. He has ice protection, but I will still use him. Now the Iron Crafter is very cheap, has Earth 1 magic, he has forge bonus, so he is more efficient in forging magic items, but what can he forge with Earth 1? And most importantly, he gives us 10 bonus resources. And this is just perfect for our troops, because resources usually limit our recruitment, and with just like 3 or Iron Crafters will be pumping out expansion parties in a single turn. We have the Caretaker, Priest, Death, Earth. I'm not sure how to use them. We have Harap Syrup. I'm not sure how it is pronounced properly. Maybe Harap Syrup, Harap Syrup. Who cares? Yes, Air 1, Death 1, and a guaranteed random of Death or Elemental Paths. He is not Cap only, so we'll be able to recruit him in all our laboratories and use him for research. We have Kalyan Syrups that are available only in our capital. Air 2, Water 1, but no random paths. They will be used as site searchers. And we have Harap Elders. Capital exclusives. They are slow to recruit. Expensive, but they seem to be very good. See, Air 2, Earth 1, Death 2, Holy 2, 1 guaranteed random, 1 rare random. But they are old. They will be our main mages, because Death will be useful to cast Horde of Skeletons, Forge Death Boosters, Skull Staffs, right? And Air is just a good path for evocation. Thunderstrikes and all that, but we will see. Now, there are some national summons that are split into 2 groups. Astral summons and Death and Fire summons. Astral summons are quite nice, they are sacred, they have some very varied mages. we'll be summoning them with our Pretender. And Death Fire summons are Devas. They are demons, they are sacred, but they also are good mages. I am not sure how to gain access to them, but we will see, maybe through the other summons or empowerment. We also have some nature summons, but we do not have any nature magic, so who cares. And let's look at the Pretender roster. See this? This is impressive. There's a lot to choose from the Soijak statue to some flavorful choices like Angramainyu, Ahura of Wisdom or Ahura, probably Ahura. It feels better to say. Some smaller Ahuras and Spentas. Even some unique monsters like Azi, three-headed dragon, but I will be taking the Anunaki of the Morning Star, because she has all the important paths. She's a titan, so she'll be able to defend us in case we get rushed. And she's flying. She also has an owl as an attack, not as a battle start summon. Retinue. But star summon is a modding command, not a proper term. Let's see what Pretender I made. Sorry, I couldn't come up with a more witty name. I got Air 4 for Storm. Earth 2 to be able to forge Earth Boots, that will in turn increase our Earth skill, and with casting of Earth Power we'll be able to cast Earthquake. And since she is flying and my entire nation is flying, we will not be affected by Earthquake. And Astral Free to gain access to the summons. My Bless is just Precision 4. It will be useful for the mages, but other than that, it's just a marginal thing. She is dormant, so she'll be sleeping for a few months. Dominion Strength 5. We are not a sacred intensive nation. Turmoil 1. Productivity, 1. This is enough to recruit a lot of troops, since we have the Iron Crafters. Now we have Heat 2 on a cold nation. Why did I do that? Because among of my opponents we have Atlantis and Vetiheim. They both are cold nations with ice protection, and if Vetiheim rushes me early on, I cannot do anything if I am in a cold province. So this is just a counter pick. Growth 3 is always nice, and Luck 3 and Magic 3 will give us more research and more good events, and together more magic gems. And I think that's all for now. This video will probably be up in 20 or 30 turns, so my opponents cannot glean any useful information from it. And I have never recorded anything Dominions related. I hope that you will enjoy this series, but on the other hand, do not take any of my advice. I am a scrub. I do not know how to play this game, and I am pulling all these facts out of my ass. If you follow my instructions, you will probably lose. See you next time.